just like to say, I've heard it mentioned many times that it's best if the board hires, but I've read best practice on every state in this country, as well as best practice for corporate. It is not the board's job to select. It is the board's job to hire. Selection, and you will, if you lived back in the time when I did, there's a local district here, the board was so nepotistic, so prone to nepotism, that if their neighbor wanted a job, they went after the board member. That's why this district decided to go with the policy we have, because that is best practice. And you can tell me anything you want, but I've looked at every state, I've looked at corporate, I've looked at PSBA, I've looked at NEA. That is best practice, and that's all I'm going to say.
But Rita, if you look at our own staff, yeah, I know, Rita, but if you look at our own staff last names within this community, you would recognize, when Larry stands up in a meeting at that podium and said that every one of his kids got a job here.
Oh boy, they were the groundskeepers. That's
right. And groundskeepers, Larry.
And actually, you're wrong. It was not every one of my kids. My two boys did. My daughter never set foot and worked in this facility.
So one more time, you said.
No, I did not.
But at the same time, when you hear that.
I did not. You're lying again, David.
What did you say then, District Chief? What are the odds, what are the odds that your family members all got jobs? There's a whole bunch of people who love groundskeeper. I know it's only groundskeeper, but for a kid who's trying to make it to college, it should be, if it's a lottery, make it a lottery. If you're gonna make it fair, make it fair. It's a government, you can't play favorites, Larry. And you and I both know they play favorites.
You work here. Every kid got hired.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
You don't know anything you're talking about.
Oh, Larry, it's wrong. You knew, you stood there and you said, oh, you did, you said, you worked here, his wife worked here.
You're a person's ass.
Yeah, look at the names, huh? Bring them up. Show them
I'm
that.
also just going to say very quickly, you can't turn around in this town without knocking into somebody who has the same name as someone else. I'm sorry. I'm the only Spinelli. But
And that's fine, Rita, I don't mind that. Rita, I don't mind that. The idea is that the job position needs to be open. The job position needs to be open. We have a motion and a second.
I disagree. I gave a motion for motion. Thank you, Walter.
Well, we agree with that, but the position has to be open and all the applicants have to apply. And then if the person gets special credit for being within, makes sense, just like a civil service, they get extra points for being in the military. Extra points.
We interview somebody from another district, when we have somebody in our own district, we have a lady here.
What happens if that person's 3 times better to do the job we have to read?
We already had somebody hands on, how would somebody else be better for the district than somebody who's already at Mr. Shiner?
What is the harm in opening the positions up? I'm not saying you don't hire the most qualified person, which in this situation, and I'm not even talking about the IT position, I'm more looking at the HR position.
I will say one thing, that when we have someone within, and there are certain positions we have to open up, like if it's a vacated teaching position, it's in their contract that we have to open up. But we will open up only internally, because it may be a second grade teacher who wants to apply for a title position. Well, if we open it up, now we have a vacated elementary position. So that position then may be opened up to everybody. But
After you do it internally.
Right.
Definitely. I don't know how it works.
So the other
I just
part
think it's more beneficial when you see more people. That's all.
The other thing.
And this is a government, we should be opening it up completely and then making the decision.
Mr. Bradley, are you done, please?
No, I'm not. And until you understand the concept that you need to open it up, it's a government. It's not your personal playground to decide who you're giving the money to instill loyalty to make sure that they're not going to check and balance and get you. Too much intimidation is taking place within this district.
What if you open it up and our good candidate sees an opening at another facility?
There you go.
And then we lose our best candidate because we're waiting for.
I'm happy for anyone that finds the best opportunity to expand their career, and they should take it. If they saw value to it, do it. That's on their benefit. But we should be doing things for the best interest of our employees as a government agency. And internal, I have no problem with internal. We don't have a problem. You have a problem with the fact that you're blocking the district from getting the best candidate, and instead you're pigeonholing. Excuse me, you're getting pigeonholing for the
vote on the motion